Solution to disarm the system. Stopping the alarm sounding device from expressing an Alexa alarm routine is practically what is known as disarm. One solution is an old school one. A smart power plug is plugged onto the wall socket and then Echo plugged onto it. The smart plug is then scheduled to turn on. For example, in nighttime after user goes to sleep or whenever user leaves home. Another schedule is to turn power off after sunrise. Despite of the sensor still sending out open state signal to its server, and the server sends that info to Alexa. Echo is powered down and not able to produce any sound. The drawback of this solution is that the Echo is used solely for the alarm system. To reduce cost, the cheaper Amazon Dot can be used. Other than the automatic turn-off and on of the power to Echo or an Alexa-compatible sounding device, such as a siren. 2 routines are created for manual operation. Here, for my own convenience, one entry sensor is sacrificed. It is named Entry Control. Tap Alexa, tap Home, More, and Routine as instructed before. Tap plus icon to create a new routine. Rename it as Power on Entry Close. This means the routine turns power on and it runs when the entry control sensor is closed. Tap next to return. Under When, then tap Add an event. Smart Home. Find and tap Entry Control. Select Close. Under Alexa Will, add an action. Smart Home. Find and tap Plug Echo. Select Power On. Tap next to return and remember to save the routine. Continue to make another routine named as Power Off Entry Open. It turns power off when entry control sensor is open. There are 2 ways to do power on and off. One is to work on the entry control, for example, separating the 2 pieces apart to power off. Another method is to use mobile phone's Alexa. Go to Alexa, More and Routine, and locate the power on or off routine. Then tap the play icon at the right-hand side. This play button method is very useful for remote operation. For example, when user is away from home, but forgets to arm. It is also useful to disarm the alarm. When he returns home, phone notification hurdle. When user is away, how he is aware of any home break-in. This is of prime importance. Professional security service usually calls user first, before calling police or other emergency service. As said before, Alexa can do phone calling, though I have not tried. It is because my T-Mobile phone plan does not allow that. Therefore, user should try to set up calling under Alexa, Setting, and Communication, as explained in Part 1. Phone calling is a good alert method because it delivers the message reliably, unless user is at places without mobile signal. But there are times user could not catch the call. For example, when he is asleep in a hotel and the ringtone is not loud enough to wake him up. An Alexa alert routine with a loud and long siren sound can be made and set to be heard in mobile phone. However, an unfavorable phone behavior makes it not reliable. When Alexa is loaded in phone, the alarm routine can be executed as usual. However, when phone is in idle or user is using another app, Alexa is not able to express the routine. Nothing is heard, even when Alexa is set to refresh in background. The latter is set under Phone Setting, Alexa App, Background App Refresh. A slight remedy is that a push notification will be sent by the sensor system to phone if sensor notification setting is on. The notification is shown at the top of the screen with a short audible sound. Clearly, that can be easily neglected. Amazon Fire Tablet. One solution is by using an Amazon Fire tablet. Bring together the tablet in trips. Set up Wi-Fi, for example, in hotel. Fire tablet behaves like Echo, except it is powered by battery. Keep in mind that those alarm routines associated with the Fire tablet is always disenabled at home, such that it won't produce unnecessary alarm. Only enable them in long trips. Lastly, if user wants to monitor his home even on the way to somewhere, for example in a car, he could set phone to load Alexa and set it stay awake. But this consumes battery power and phone needs to connect to a power source. However, if one is cautious, a push notification with an audio sound should look sufficient. Remember to set maximum phone volume. A realistic alarm routine. Siren alarm. Alexa's siren in the sound action is quite short, not very alerting. Therefore, An Alexa skill called Siren Alarm is used. Tap Alexa. More. Skills and games. Search Siren Alarm. Tap it and launch. Then select device to use it, for example, Echo 1 or a dot if used. Now, entry backdoor opened routine is made as an example for the sensor entry backdoor being opened. Alexa. More. Routine. Tap plus icon to add. Rename it as entry backdoor opened. Next, add an event. Smart home. Find entry backdoor and tap it. Select open. Tap next. Under Alexa will. Tap add an action. Tap custom. Type Alexa open siren alarm. Tap next. After it returns, tap add another action. Scroll down to bottom to find wait. Enter 5 minutes, for example. And then tap next. Continue to add 2 more custom actions. Type Alexa stop and type Alexa go home, respectively. Screenshot on right shows final look of the routine. Remember to scroll down and select the device to hear and tap save. Siren stopping routine. Quite often, it needs to stop the siren for a mistaken trigger or false alarm. The open event of entry control sensor is used as the trigger, but run the routine by tapping the play button. Use Alexa custom actions of Alexa stop, Alexa go home. Naming of routines and sensors. In order to quickly run important routines and find sensors, I add a number to the names. Also, I find it more convenient to group routines and sensors according to their type name. For example, starting the name with entry or motion or camera. Another method to do arming and disarming is by using the following Alexa action commands. Alexa enable the XXX routine. Alexa disable the XXX routine, where XXX is the name of the routine that produces the vocal or siren alert when the sensor is open. When the alert routine is created, first define the active period under the when section, for example, from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. Outside this active period, the routine will not produce any alert, even when sensor is open. This inactive period is when user is at home in daytime. Then 2 additional control routines are made. Use it to arm and disarm whenever it fits. For example, user wants to arm in daytime when he goes shopping. One is the enable routine. The Alexa phrase is, Alexa, enable the XXX routine. The other is the disable routine. The Alexa phrase is, "Alexa, disable the XXX routine." Remember that the words "the" and the word "routine" must be there. For my own convenience, one entry sensor is sacrificed as the trigger device. It is called entry controlled. During creation of the control routine, under the When section of routine, this sensor is picked as the event trigger. Select Open to disarm, that means disable routines. Select Close to arm, that means enable routines. Each control routine can act on several alert routines, but separate them by 5 seconds using the wait action. To use the control routines, go to Alexa, More, Routine, and look for them. Tap the play button on the right. The entry control sensor can also be separated to initiate disable, or pulled back together to enable the routines.